The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the inline, so it'll come out to the 25. Play action. Now Jackson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Complete to
A huge play there right off the bat. 45 yards.
First down, Tampa Bay.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Jones. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scotty Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Broncos nothing.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line.
Lindsay, the ball carrier.
It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14. Broncos nothing. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. KJ Hamler returning it. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Hamler. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd. 41 yards.
1st and 10 at the...
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. First down Broncos as Locke finds Judy. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
Now Gordon on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This Tampa Bay front was the toughest group to run the football against last year, and you can see why with plays like that. This is a good unit that got into the backfield and stopped that play before it could get started.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Judy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
Brendan McManus.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Jackson on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go play action now. Jackson going up top for Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Airing this one out for Evans. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
It's second.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Out quickly to Judy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The second-year man lock to the rookie Judy for a Bronco first.
42-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but now it's third down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Throwing his Locke on third down. This is the tight end Fant. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll run it with Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
A gain of 5. First down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to... be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards there, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Suckup for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 28, Broncos 10. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
47-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Jackson dancing to his left, and it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jackson. Caught on the right side by Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Buccaneers.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They go play action with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Complete.
Antonio Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
That's the end.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Hamler now to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
The ball carrier.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now this time Locke will throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And that's Shaq Barrett, last year's sack leader, gets in there to register another one.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
On the keeper is... It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
45. Mike, 45. Quit talking about it and bring it. 45 is the mic. I don't even know why this team showed up. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike. Go.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Jason Pierre-Paul just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. To try again after the sack. Locke, he'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete. A.J. Boye on the coverage.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
With the score.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
Here's Locke back near his goal line. And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Another run by Lindsey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, They've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Jackson on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On second and goal, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Under 10. Chopper. Ready, go.
In his end zone, here's Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. To throw from his end zone, Locke. He's got his 6'5 receiver, that's Tim Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Locke looks to throw it again. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
Again, it's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
So how many different ways can we say that Von Miller is an absolute nightmare to prepare for any offense? An absolute dominant force on the defensive side of the ball. Double-digit sacks in 7 of his 9 seasons in the NFL. And when he finished the 2019 season, 2nd in total sacks in NFL history among active players, behind only Terrell Suggs.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
But no takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's got Evans. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Going deep this time for Miller. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and the lead will swell by one more.
Ryan Suckup.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on the play, and the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. Today, a big offensive
When they're scoring that many points.